Hello, my beautiful souls. Welcome into your daily read for Sunday, the 21st of May, 2023. I hope you're doing amazing, and I thank you so much for joining me for this reading. But we're going to jump right into it, and pull from the Spellcasting Oracle deck for each quarter of the day to break it down, and then we'll further clarify it as need be. But to begin for Sunday, I'm hearing the word prosperity for Sunday. Okay, so empowerment for the first quarter, healing for the second, third is boundaries, and manifestation for the last one. But we also got freedom. I do feel as if there's thoughts of you feeling a bit restricted in one way, shape, or form. Okay, a very Eight of Swords vibe. It could be more so you thinking about reflecting upon past freedom or lack thereof, which, or both. But I do feel like this is going to take a highlight, at least to a certain extent. I'm hearing when this changes, however that looks for you, you're going to feel very free, okay? I'm hearing, to finish up that sentence, in the winds of change. So to continue, let's further clarify with the Gilded deck. For empowerment for the first quarter, the High Priestess. So it's a very intuitive, very spiritually connected, guided type of first quarter of the day, and potentially even well past that, maybe the whole first half of the day. Bear with me as I struggle. Thinking about busier times moving forward. You might be thinking about all you still have to accomplish, want to accomplish. You might be coming up with a goal in the first quarter, all right? But there's a level of empowerment written all over this first quarter where you are feeling empowered by trusting your intuition, making the right choice or choices for yourself throughout this day, and even reflecting simplistically back upon your past choices. But I also feel like the fact that you're protected and guided by spirit is helping you feel empowered all the meanwhile. Wouldn't be surprised if a lot of which onto the reading, like myself, will end up feeling quite powerful, empowered once again, because you're either being taken over to an extent or fully by spirit, or you have one, if not multiple, very powerful, very stern, they're saying high vibe kind of spirits around you, or at least very powerful, if the rest doesn't pertain to those spirits. But anyways, I feel like there is work to get done in the first quarter, whether it's you needing to initiate that healing process for the day as a whole, or it could be more for your business or your job. Could be as far as cleaning up. I do feel like there's thoughts of reconnecting with somebody. All right, this could be a friend, family member, could be an ex for a select few. But I do feel like for some of which drawn to the reading, there's somebody you want to reconnect with, and spirit might convince you otherwise, because this isn't what you need in your life moving forward. And I feel like they might have changed depending on the distance, the time between the two of you, the connecting between the two of you. They might have changed in the wrong direction for you, okay? If I could even speak. But let's move on to the healing card. Your connection to the moon will take a highlight at the very beginning of the day, when it's still dark out, but even if you're still sleeping. But I do feel like more so your connection to the sun throughout the day will take a highlight, even if you're not physically, looking at it, connected to it, utilizing it. It will take a highlight. Even if there's, say, a lack of sunlight in your day, that will be a highlight for you. There's the Knight of Pentacles for the healing card, absolutely. So this is for the second quarter, talking about how as you get ready to, or make your way to wrap up the first half of the day, the second quarter highlights the fact that you have some healing to do. Say you were getting work done in the first quarter, now you have to heal from that. Even if this isn't the entire second quarter, it feels like there is a huge focus on the fact that you do need to heal, potentially physically. Say it's from working out or just being busy, running around. I'm hearing doing a lot of walking. From, again, the tasks you've had to complete, from even potentially picking up on other people's energy, from all that you have to cope with and deal with. You may be pushed to think about how past levels of healing may not have been the easiest, might have been at certain points, and that felt just absolutely refreshing and left you feeling lighter all the meanwhile. They're reminding me that at times healing can feel a little bit exhausting, kind of drain you a little bit, but that might be why you need to heal because you're feeling ultra drained. And so Spirit's saying this is a second quarter where when you feel the inability to move quickly, right? You just feel as if it's impossible to rush to even accomplish anything for some, depending on what your day looks like. Don't force it, right? Roll with the punches is what I'm getting. Flow with how your body is communicating to you, how it's feeling, and honor your needs all the meanwhile. I just heard rest, rest, rest. Okay. Even if you have to still get things done, certain obligations or one in particular at hand, find a way, and I'm sure you, at least to an extent, know how to do this, find a way to accomplish, to take care of that obligation in a responsible manner, but in a very peaceful way, okay? But there might be a moment in the second quarter where you close your eyes and you might see a vision for some, or it could just be a moment where that's how Spirit's pushing you to recognize how good it feels to heal or just how much healing still needs to be accomplished or in general. But to move on to the third quarter, boundaries. Absolutely beautiful. Actually forgot that I pulled this card. I do feel as if you're going to be reminded of certain levels of certain boundaries you put in, or one in particular you implemented, rewinding back, whether it was putting your foot down with certain people in your life or one person in particular. It could be more in regards to boundaries with yourself, your habits, right? Could be a boundary when it comes to your money. But however it works for you, Spirit's saying you might have let that dissipate at a certain point or over time, or you might just need to be reflecting upon how boundaries are helping you currently, or or what boundaries need to be set up for yourself and to protect yourself moving forward, your energy, your well-being, and your wealth moving forward potentially. But the Knight of Swords, okay, so it feels like you might pick up the speed in the third quarter, or you might find yourself at least thinking about moving quicker in the upcoming days, although you still have to accomplish once again. But I do feel like there's more of a peaceful empowerment in the third quarter. I do sense that you're thinking about how guarded you've become over time due to people who were proven untrustworthy, right? Or stabbed you in the back, however intense it was. I feel like that was worded horribly, but I do feel like there's a focus on the fact that at a certain point moving forward, say when you're meant to reconnect with certain people or one person specifically, when you're meant to welcome in new people, being labeled as a gift from Spirit and just absolutely not a coincidence that they're coming into your life or you having that option. There's a need to prepare to put your guard down. There's a need to accept that your future is full of healthy connections and you utilizing your ability to discern wisely, efficiently, to allow for yourself to trust your intuition when it comes to, which is strengthened at this point, to decipher when somebody's going to add to your life in a healthy way, in a not so healthy way, okay? And to not ignore the green and the red flags all the meanwhile. But I also feel like there's a focus on the fact that you do once again need to continue and or set in place healthy boundaries with yourself, not overspending, right? Honoring your needs, taking care of yourself as far as not over consuming, not overdoing it with certain other habits that are unhealthy, being completely honest with yourself as they show me the Judgment card, all right? A quick pep talk is what I'm getting. So you might find that a spirit comes through with that, or it might be, and this still might be the work of Spirit, might be somebody else trying to, in one way, shape, or form, get something through to you as far as your habits or one in particular. It could be as far as a connection goes. Apply it as you will. The manifestation card to wrap up the day for the fourth quarter. So I do feel like these are connecting. Look at these, the coloring, how similar they are. I do feel like you're thinking about manifesting a level of freedom, all right? If not multiple levels. And I feel like this is going to take a huge highlight as you wrap up the day. You might be reminded in the last quarter that there's more ahead for you. And of course, that's going to look differently for everybody. But I feel like there might be a moment of spiritual assistance and messing with in the last part of the day where it might confuse you a little bit, or it just might feel a little bit back and forth or all over the place, up and down. But I do sense that overall, if you take a step back, it's a very magical ending to the day. The Six of Pentacles, I do feel like a lot of which are manifesting more abundance in their life, however that looks for you. Remembering that's not just financial, monetary, it's attention, growth, prosperity of all kinds, all right? And I feel like some of which are thinking about manifesting an abundant move of residence or new job, career switch up, that ultimate success for yourself. And I feel like a lot of which are also thinking about an abundance of love in the last quarter, which will be flowing in and growing over time when it's meant to. Remember, if you're longing for a specific ideal partner connection, if you will, it's not going to come in before you do some necessary healing, right? To protect the future of that connection, to not make it a waste to an extent or fully all the meanwhile. It's not going to come in before the universe, I want to say for some, puts you through a test, if not multiple, or there may be a lesson, if not multiple, to learn. So it feels like you could be thinking about more than one thing that you're looking to and plan to manifest moving forward. All right. And I do feel as if they're changing the word manifestation to co-creation. All right. It's this vibe where you do have the ability to, in a very Nine of Pentacles manner, to stand independently and manifest what you feel intuitively guided to all the meanwhile, what you simply want and or need. But when you have the backing up, the guidance of spirit, which is going to be a reminder in this last quarter of the protection, all the meanwhile, why not view it in that manner where you can now, without, per se speaking to spirit, actually speaking to them, allowing for them to work with you and help you, see what you desire and what you need come to be, all right? Because this is also a last quarter that reminds you, through the magic of your connection to other people, of course, again, going back to the boundaries part of the day, but to spirit alone, interesting wording, you aren't alone, okay? It's a last quarter of the day that, again, feels very magical and highlights the fact that you are very protected and there's a lot of abundance lying ahead, all right? So I hope this was truly helpful. I'm sending you so much love and light. Go enjoy your Sunday, and I'll definitely see you next time.